My name's Andrew Dawson. I'm a theatre artist from London, and I'm here at MASS MoCA with a residency for 2 weeks, where at the end I will present The Russian Doctor, which is a new piece that I'm making. So The Russian Doctor is it's a project that came around, started about 3 years ago. A neurologist called Jonathan Cole and I are interested in making projects that are to do with science and art, the kind of meeting of science and art. We've done a few projects together, and with the Wellcome Trust in England, who are a bit like the Sloan Foundation here, they funded this project to look at Anton Chekhov, the writer. We probably know him for his plays, for The Cherry Orchard and The Three Sisters and so on. And he was a short story writer. Not everybody knows he was a fully qualified medical doctor. And in 1890, he travelled all the way across Siberia to the far eastern coast of Siberia, off the coast to an island called Sakhalin, which is part of the archipelago of Japan. It's up there. I never even knew it was there. But it's a big island, 1,000 kilometres long. And in 1890, it was a prison colony for 10,000 convicts, settled exiles, peasants in exile and so on. And Chekhov, in his infinite wisdom, decided to interview all 10,000 people and record them onto a little record card. 3 months and 3 days he spent there, and then he came back and then he wrote the book, Sakhalin Island. It's his only work of non-fiction, and it's the longest work, the work he spent more time on than any other book. Yet people don't know about this extraordinary story and how it affected his literary output, because the great plays came after this journey to Sakhalin. So it sounded impossible to stage, and no one's ever staged it before, so I thought I'd do it, because that's the kind of crazy things that I do. I can go to the moon with my hands, I can do Wagner's Ring Cycle with my hands, so I figured I could go all the way to Siberia with myself, but this time I use a bit of a bigger set. It's not a one-man Anton Chekhov show, you know, it's not like I have a little goatee beard and glasses and things and wear the right clothes. It's much more an evocation and spirit of the convicts he met and of that time and place. And so in some ways it's like a three-dimensional theatrical installation. So it's like you're an audience, but you get immersed in this sort of artistic expression. So it's an extraordinary three-dimensional experience, and I think that's where I'm very excited about making live theatrical art, if you like. I'm still trying to think of a name to call it, so I don't know what it's called, but it's a mixture of all those things, and hopefully it's an extraordinary, in the end it's like a meditation on freedom. And hopefully we then look at Chekhov not just as someone who wrote a few plays that are quite famous, but Chekhov the man. We actually meet him as a real person. What the MASS MoCA gives us the opportunity for with a residency like this is unique to anywhere else in the world that I know of, where not only do you have a theatre like this to build the show in slowly over a couple of weeks and figure out how to revisit the show, how to experiment with it, it's on white now, I've not done it like this, I'm changing the furniture, but you have time to dream a little bit, and that's rare. You don't usually, you go, the show's got to be on at 8 o'clock, we haven't got, quick, we have to do this. Whereas here, over the first week we've been upstairs in the rehearsal room while the guys have been building the show in the space, and then next week we come into the space, but it means you can play with the timing, the rhythm, the lighting, you can make all these subtle changes. So you really are creating the show in the space. So when I leave here, it means I have a much better understanding of the material, not just artistically, but technically, so that I know how to achieve that in theatres in the future where you don't have the luxury of time. So what MASS MoCA offers is completely unique.
Great.
You can keep that forever. And it's entirely true.
We love that.
Well, I don't know anywhere else you can, I don't.